Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his...
And the pass hits, picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the air, it's Milroe. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right.
And it's blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Play action on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Trying to get to it. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On 3rd down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up 4th.
He's going to run it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Alabama 6, Ohio State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the play fake. Still looking. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run the screen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start putting a lot of pressure.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll run play action. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Wants to throw. It's Howard. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a grab and go for the score.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. Afterburners coming. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up, and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Judkins. Banging slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle, it's Ibuka. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass, it's Howard. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Howard. Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
You know, I think if I'm the quarterback, I'm probably not throwing at this linebacker anymore. That's now already his 2nd pick in this game. He's been doing an outstanding job in coverage. I think if you're the QB, you got to start avoiding him.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He fields the punt in his own end zone. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking down the middle. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. With the catch, it's Ibuka. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W. He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage.
Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Alabama! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going. He's going for the big play. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception.
Lock up. What's going on?
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, train the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I'm so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
He brought that thing out of the end zone with the idea of making a play, but he wasn't even able to get back to the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He's going to fire deep. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Milrow. Makes the catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Hard in the backfield. It's Haynes. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Grab behind the line. It's Miller. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Grab near the marker. It's Miller. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot. Third down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a first and goal.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown time! What a run. And this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain when you're defensive ends. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays. You got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll throw it on first down. Dances away to buy time. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allard. Quarterback moving. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Buying some time. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Ripping through the defense. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll give it to him again. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Milroe. Zings it complete to the right. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They're going to run it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Quarterback checking off. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Penn State 6.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. Oh, what a spin. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Allard. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by one possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz, or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete to the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And this is a significant moment for this offense. Down 8, first and goal, needing a touchdown and a 2 to tie. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
From the gun. He's got it. The 2 is good, and we have ourselves a tie game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Second and 10 after the previous play. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Pocket starts to collapse.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Working that left side now. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Miller with the ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be.
Going for the big play. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Bama! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Fair catch called for and made. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Back to throw. It's Aller. Working the middle. The offense uses a timeout. 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Penn State.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own
right on
player.
feet.
And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right?
Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. Today, a rank versus rank matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A first down for the offense. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Looking to pass. It's Aller. Lets it fly. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Alabama 7, Penn State 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay. If they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground.
And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return. Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got him, and nobody's close. He's loose on the right. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. And he's going to run it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. The give on the inside. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying play action. Getting some heat. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Got his man out of the backfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The run from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
2nd down.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. Running with power. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown tie. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, and get you a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Texas.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Might as well give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Golden. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, 2nd and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. You're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Bolden. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
3rd and short is just tough, right? The whole playbook's open. You can run the football, you can throw the football, and then, by the way, You can also run the ball with the quarterback after you call the pass. So what do you want me to do? Here, you take the clipboard.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Finds a crease at the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He's got him in the flat. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain. So
makes the catch on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, more run. And you've seen over the years, they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Get it out on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. Or did he find a hole in the defense? And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage pass.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now on 2nd and goal. To the air. It's Milroe. Skips away from pressure. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Bond. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, there's the ball. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down. And he slides in safely.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. They're working that left side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead. On to attempt to try.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Comes out throwing on first down.
There we go.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it.
Catch y'all, man.